welcome back to my channel. This video, perfect for football fans anywhere who want to experience what it's like as an away fan who goes to watch their team away against the champions of many years and sees their side take them down on their own patch. Going to an away game is completely different to any other feeling. You're there against a mass crowd, your team often up against it, on the pitch and the official siding with the home team. So when you win, especially away to such a good side who are dominant in the Thai League, it makes it all the more special. As I'm sure you'll see as the emotions boil over and we have such an amazing time. Before we get into that, just a little bit of background on myself, my football supporting habits. I live in Thailand now and I go to lots of games. Doesn't matter who's playing, I love going around and I enjoy the experience as the day out. Watch a bit of football, bite to eat, a few beers and a chance to converse in English for a few hours. Now I'm very happy with that arrangement, but when we're in Bangkok, Port is always the team I cheer for. Sometimes get to some of their away games, like in this instance. While when we're in Sisaket, I primarily cheer for the local club Sisaket United. The results don't affect me too much, as long as I've had a good day out. But then there are occasions when the fire in the belly is ignited and you just let your passion go. And that was the case in Buriram, as you'll see in the video. Buriram are an amazing football club. I've got so much respect for them. Their owner is not everybody's cup of tea, but he's put his money where his mouth is, where others talk the talk and never deliver. You've got to respect him. Okay, he's got more money and he spends more money than everybody else, but it brings results. But when they get a bloody nose, it makes it all the more pleasurable. Plus, of course, they've got a bit of a back history, which is worth having a look at for those of you who like your football history, which is similar to the case of where Milton Keynes Dons stole Wimbledon FC. Check it out, it's worth having a read. Anyway, without further ado, let's see how we got on. And it does carry on late into the night. So it's 4:45 Sunday morning. We're on the 6:30 train from Don Muang. I think we're too early, but douse of the attitude, if you're there you can always wait and get a coffee, which isn't a bad philosophy, I guess. Just makes it a long old day. I hope I get a sleep on the train. Right, so here we are at Don Muang railway station. And I know the Grand Prix season, the Formula One, starts in a few weeks. And we got a foretaste of it from our taxi driver. He was in a real hurry. But we've got here, had a bite to eat, had a coffee, and waiting for our train north. It's worked out quite well, this fixture, because we've been in Bangkok at our condo for a couple of weeks after our tour around Thailand. And we're going to continue tomorrow. We'll stay the night in Buriram, continue tomorrow through to our home in Sisaket. So for those of you who aren't used to train travel in Thailand, this service comes from the new railway station Bang Sue, or Kung Thep Apiwat to give it its official name. And it's a raised line above the Don Muang tollway. The airport is opposite, the other side of the road, and it saves going all the way into town. Now, unlike away days in England, there's no chance of having a beer on the train. 10 years ago, a drunken guard raped a customer, threw her off the train, killed her. So since then, nobody's allowed a beer because of one drunk guard. But never mind, we'll be having plenty of beer in Buriram, and if it increases safety for for everyone who travels, so be it. So we're just waiting now for the train to come and we'll be on our way, hopefully on time. We're scheduled to get into Buriram at 11:34. The cost is 387 baht. Outstanding value. 5-hour journey. So here we are, we've reached Buriram and only 3 minutes late, which is fantastic news. The train's already gone. You can see our friends Steve and Farr have already arrived. They're just walking across there to the hotel. So great stuff, yeah. We'll go and have some lunch, I think. Hope we can check in our room. An excellent lunch at the Bamboo Bar here in Buriram on a very hot day. My wife down there with Steve's good lady Farr. This area, any of you come to Buriram, on a nice huge entertainment square, lots of bars, restaurants and nightclubs, including the famous Tuandang. These are the things that differentiate Buriram from other clubs. How many clubs near the railway station have banners displaying the forthcoming fixtures? They get things right here. I hope this lad's in goal for them tonight. We stand a chance. For those of you considering to come up for a game here in Buriram, I highly recommend the Klim Hotel here. Bang opposite the railway station. Tonight our rooms cost around 700 baht, including breakfast. Good rooms, little pool, everything clean and tidy. One word of warning though, should you be coming up for football the same weekend as the MotoGP motorcycling, expect prices to rise around quadruple for accommodation, maybe even more, and they're booked a long time in advance. So here we are, the Chang Arena as it's now called. All the training pitches across there to the left, which are the highest standard you can think of, up there with Premier League in England. And the stadium, well, if you think in mind of places like Leicester and Middlesbrough, that sort of stadium, you'll see it a lot better inside. It's by far the biggest dedicated football stadium in Thailand. They get the biggest crowds, they spend the most money on players, and the owner knows what he's doing, which makes it frustrating because the other teams are simply not up to it. But we'll wait and see. The one good thing about 11 against 11 on a football pitch is everyone's got a chance. Both sides have got a chance. Unless, of course, the referee favours one of the teams, which is not unknown of up here. Anyway, enough of that. I fear the worst. I've been here 6 times now for home games, including Buriram United, and I have yet to see them win. That is despite them winning 8 of the last 10 championships. So that's some kind of an amazing record. But I have a feeling the run's going to win tonight in dramatic style. I do fear the worst as a Port fan. But you never know, let's see. The away fans' bus has arrived. They've got plenty of beer. Looks like they've had a good time coming up. There's more of the training pitches across there, very impressive. So Adikab. So there's about an hour to go before we'll go in for the match. Tonight's match, Buriram United, 8 points clear at the top. Port have been shocking of late. They haven't won in 3. The last 2 home games which I've attended, they've lost 2-1 to Konkan United, who are likely to go down this season. and drew 3-3 with Ratchaburi. The defence is all over the place. They're not too bad going forward, but if they don't get to grips at the back, I can see tonight being a real mauling. Right, we'll see when we get inside, but it's been a fantastic experience outside. A little bit more sterile than certain fan zones. I reckon we're looking at 25,000 tonight. Wait and see when we get in. There's a bunch of casuals here cheering for Port. There'll be bridge stickers up everywhere in all the Stone Island gear and everything. They've gone in and made a hell of a racket, just even going through the turnstiles. So we'll see what's inside. It's very difficult to estimate, you know, until you're in the stadium and we see what's going on. Well, I think there's going to be a big crowd tonight, and I think there's going to be a big home win, but there we go. It's not uncommon at Thai League games for the ground to fill up as the game commences. 6 o'clock kick-off here tonight at Buriram, and a lot of people won't have finished work till then. As you can see now, compared to when we entered the stadium, just how many are in. We're looking upwards of 20,000 tonight. So, half-time, the players go down the tunnel to suck on their oranges or whatever they suck on here in Buriram. And the amazing scoreline, Porter ahead 1-0. And there's a lot of the away and can't quite believe what's going on. What's going to happen in the second half? Not quite sure. I'm going to sup on a beer. And while there's no chance of a pie and bovril at half-time in Thailand, you can get a beer. Sadly, here at Buriram, you can't take it up to the stand, unlike some more enlightened stadiums. But you can have a beer and enjoy it on the cork course, like this young man. There are 20 minutes remaining, and it's an onslaught. Somehow Port occasionally having a little breakaway but then lose the ball. If they can hang out for 20 minutes, it's going to be incredible. I fear the worst, but who knows, who knows. It's just incredible, the noise, the passion. What an evening. tonight's attendance has just been announced as 31,305. I'm not sure if that many are inside. That's probably tickets sold and season ticket holders. But what a great spectacle. These guys are really enjoying it. football! What a game! 7 times undefeated Buriram home games. I'm still the champion of the Chang Arena. Wow, I don't believe what I've just seen. There are times where I come impartial to football, when your heart's in something. Oh dear me, that was unbelievable, unbelievable. The fans, oh my word, what an away following. We can't hang around too long because our driver, being a Buriram fan, is going to take us to the pub. Oh my God. That was unbelievable. Buriram United 0, Port FC 1, and I'm close to tears. No hard feelings, great game of football. We'll be back next year for another 3 points. Oh, what a night. You enjoy that, Steve?
Brilliant game. I thought the goalie was superb tonight because I thought Buriram had at least 80% of the play. But the defended well, the goalie played really well.
You enjoy Far? Far Buriram. Although we saw her cheering for Port, joining in the claps.
Yes.
We did.
She's an hooligan.
An hooligan. The Nang Rong hooligan. We're off to the pub. I think it's going to be a long night. So a recommended bar in Buriram after the football, or even before it for that matter, Africa Bar. It's got pool tables, a fantastic menu of Thai, Indian and Western food, great drink menu, an amiable host, good old Geordie Robson, and just a good place. We'll come here at some point in our Buriram visit. And of course, if you're going to the football in Buriram, you need good bars, and there's none better than this. And this guy, an Everton fan, is that right? So what's the name of your bar, my friend?
Ole.
Okay.
Ole.
Fantastic, great bar. Thank you very much for looking after us. So we go for another ride. I'm very sorry about the sound. My friend seems to have had flash. Are you alright, Steve?
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is all part of the away day experience. I'm very sorry if you heard the sound of a balloon going off, or...
Who's the seat?
It was obviously the seat. Somebody put a whoopee cushion under his seat.
Squeaky seat.
So now, we've been to a couple of great bars. We've had a good time. And because we've got mixed company tonight, we're deciding we're going to go to the entertainment zone in Buriram. And this will be educational. This is part of my YouTube video. Don't get me wrong, we've had a great night. But you'll learn a little bit. If you come to town, we'll show you where to go.
Down there?
So this is where the video gets a little bit after dark for those of you who remember the old TV programme. All we're missing is Oliver Reed. We've got Oliver Hardy. We're gonna follow the crowd. Gary, our driver, the man who's been on lemonades all evening. The girls who are desperate for a dance. I may oblige them, who knows. So this is where you come when you come to the entertainment zone in Buriram, and I'll put a link to the area on the YouTube video.
This is where you come.
My earlier shy wife, when the journey started at 6:30 this morning, is now rather exuberant, and I can't understand what's caused it. She must be so ecstatic by the away win for Port this evening. Sawadee Krap. As you can see, the locals couldn't be friendlier. I hope that's not the kiss of death for later when our film is running up the road. No, it's a great city. Seriously, folks, get yourselves to Buriram. like a lot of Isan cities, very, very underrated. A lot of good nightlife. This is Sunday night and the place is mobbed. There's one thing about Thailand, it's the same as the rest of the world. If you're out with people who've had a drink, they're very easily led. It makes decision making very easy, so I suggested a bar before we go to a nightclub. What we're doing in a nightclub when we're in our 50s is beyond me, but 60s for some. Phuket. So that's the nightclub we're going to end up in, Tuan Dang. Meanwhile, here's the bus stop. 1:30 in the morning, and this is where we're going to end up. So, as some would say, that's how the night closes. But it's only 5 hours till we get up for breakfast. That was something else. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that as much as we did. It's a few days later and I'm still buzzing from it. And the hangover certainly kicked in the next day. So please drink sensibly and have a great time wherever you go. And seriously, Buriram, like many Isan cities, as I stated in the video, a very underrated city. Get out there and explore Thailand. It's an amazing place. Many hidden treasures to enjoy. And never be afraid to have fun, no matter how old you are. And do it with good people like we did. So, just before I close, please leave any comments in the box below. I'll try and answer any queries as ever. Please subscribe and tell your friends. And carry on watching the channel. All the best for now. Have great fun wherever you are and take care.